Welcome back everyone. Today I want to do a video on Gwen Stefani and her band, No Doubt. Before she became a popular solo artist, she was in a ska rock band. They had a run in the late 90s and early 2000s, and after No Doubt ended, she embarked on a successful solo career. Today we're going to go through the journey of not only Gwen Stefani, but also her band, No Doubt. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Gwen Renee Stefani was born on October 3rd, 1969 in Anaheim, California. Her father worked as a marketing executive for Yamaha and her mother was an accountant and homemaker. She was the second oldest amongst three brothers. Her family were big fans of folk music and was a big fan of Bob Dylan. But for Gwen, she wanted a career in fashion as her mother taught her to sew. She attended Loera High School and after this attended two community colleges before transferring to Cal State. During her high school days, her brother Eric and singer John Spence started a ska band and called it No Doubt after meeting at a Dairy Queen. After compromising most of the band, Eric recruited his sister to join the band as a background vocalist. He also added bass player Tony Kanal, who would date Gwen after many rejected attempts. They had to keep the relationship on the low as it was an unwritten rule, no dating band members. In December 1987, the band was supposed to perform at the Roxy Theater for many record executives, but sadly, lead singer John Spence took his own life. Dealing with the unexpected shock of his death, No Doubt disbanded. But this disbandment didn't last long. They decided to keep the band going in John's memory, and Gwen and Tony went public with their relationship. It should be noted that Gwen at this point dropped out of Cal State. Alan Mead will replace John, but will leave the band, and instead of looking for a replacement, they decided to name Gwen Stefani as the lead singer. They added a new drummer named Adrian Young, who will perform naked to provide shock value. No Doubt will perform for local clubs and feature stage diving, which was very odd for ska bands at the time. One executive named Tony Ferguson of Interscope Records started to take notice and offered No Doubt a deal. In 1991, the band will release their self-titled debut album written entirely by Eric. Despite going on the road to promote the record, the album went nowhere. Assuming that most rock fans and radio fans were still locked into the grunge scene, after the Frustration debut, her brother Eric began to withdraw from the band. He would leave the group in 1994 to join the Simpsons animation team. The original No Doubt had a host of members, so No Doubt sliced it. The core lineup now consists of herself, Tony Kanal, Adrian Young, and guitarist Tom Dumont. What also changed was the relationship between Gwen and Kanal. They broke up but maintained a friendship within the band. Feeling like they were in limbo with Interscope, No Doubt released the Beacon Street collection independently. The album sold 100,000 copies and Interscope regained their confidence to finance their follow-up album. That album will be Tragic Kingdom, released in October 1995. This time, Gwen took control of the songwriting as most of that album content was about her relationship with her and Tony. Luckily, he didn't think much of it. The band thought the album would perform like their debut and fail. That was until lead single Just a Girl came out. The song became their first hit on the radio, and because of that, it reached number 23 on the Hot 100. They went on the road and even scored dates overseas, and that would be thanks to Don't Speak. But because of Billboard rules at the time, the song didn't chart, as it was never technically released as a single, but it went number 1 in various countries, and according to the band, if that rule didn't exist, the song would have also hit number 1 in America. Anyway, Tragic Kingdom would become a high seller, going diamond. In 1997, Tragic Kingdom was nominated for Best Rock Album at the Grammys, and the band itself was nominated for Best New Artist, but lost to LeAnn Rimes. The next year, Don't Speak was nominated for Best Pop Duo Group Performance and Song of the Year. The band would open up for Bush, and this is where Gwen would meet the lead singer Gavin Rossdale, and the two started to date. Gwen will also become a fashion icon in this era, Being a front woman of No Doubt, and being a woman in general, the media started to take an interest. One magazine named Spin wanted Gwen to do a cover story, and only Gwen. The band started to get jealous. Just look at the Don't Speak video. It depicted the breakup of No Doubt, and they used the plot for healing their frustrations. The Don't Speak video joined the Billion View Club on YouTube in 2023. The band started to record their follow-up album as the millennium turned. In 2000, the band released Return to Saturn. The album was best known for the song Ex-Girlfriend, but the song failed to chart. But the next single, Simple Kind of Life, did at number 38. Despite positive reviews, the album undersold, only going platinum. Gwen started to get opportunities outside of the band again. First, she teamed up with Moby on the song Southside, and that song reached number 14 on the Hot 100.
Here we are now going to the west side.
Next was with Eve on the Dr. Dre produced song Let Me Blow Your Mind, and that song reached number 2 on the Hot 100.
I had to give you more. It's only been a year.
The song would give Gwen her first Grammy win for Best Rap Song Collaboration, which was a new category at the time. The next project, the band traveled to Jamaica to work on their next album. They also traveled to London and then back to LA so they could get a taste of the world for this project. And that album will be called Rock Steady, released in December 2001. The album spawned 3 successful singles: Hey Baby featuring Bounty Killer, which peaked at number 5.
Hey baby, hey baby, hey. Girls say.
Hella Good, which peaked at number 13.
You got me feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing.
And Underneath It All, featuring Lady Saw, which peaked at number 3. As the album went double platinum, the band saw their first 2 Grammy wins with Best Pop Duo Group Performance for Hey Baby in 2003 and again in 2004 for Underneath It All. In 2002, Gwen married Gavin Rossdale with 2 weddings, one in London and one in Los Angeles. The next year, she started her own fashion line named Lamb, an acronym for her debut album. No Doubt would release a Greatest Hits project in 2003, and on that project, the band would cover the talk song It's My Life. The song reached number 10 on the Hot 100. But the cover song would be their swan song. Gwen started to work on a solo album before recording this, so the band decided to separate and focus on their own endeavors. To work on that solo album, Gwen got contributions from Andre 3000, Dallas Austin, Linda Perry, The Neptunes, Dr. Dre, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, her own bandmate Tony Kanal, among many others. Love Angel Music Baby was released in November 2004. Her first hit single was a return favorite with Eve and Dr. Dre called Rich Girl, a song that used the If I Was a Rich Man interpolation from Fiddler on the Roof. The song peaked at number 7 on the Hot 100. The next single will be Hollaback Girl. Produced by the Neptunes, the song went to number 1 in May 2005, and she became the first white person to reach the top spot since Clay Aiken in June 2003. And thanks to those 2 singles, her debut album went 5 times platinum. She was nominated for 5 Grammys in 2006, which included Record of the Year for Hollaback Girl and Album of the Year. Although she lost all 5 awards that night, she got a bigger prize. That same year, she gave birth to a son named Kingston in May. In December 2006, Gwen released her follow-up album called Sweet Escape. The lead single was Wind It Up, which gave the illusion that she was chasing a Hollaback Girl anthem. Sure, the song peaked at number 6 on the Hot 100, but was criticized for its poor quality. The title track featured Akon was the next single, and that fared better critically and commercially, peaking at number 2, being blocked by, ironically, Akon himself.
If I could escape and recreate a place of my own.
The song was nominated for Best Pop Collaboration at the 2008 Grammys. Once again, she lost the Grammy, but gained another prize. In August that same year, she gave birth to a second son named Zuma. She also launched a perfume line called Harajuku Lovers, a line that was criticized for its misrepresentation of Japanese culture. While Gwen was promoting her music and battling her second pregnancy, No Doubt announced that they were working on a new album without Gwen, but Gwen did fix things using her pregnancy as an excuse for miscommunication. But in 2009, the group announced that they'll be heading on tour with Gwen Stefani. Opening acts on that tour included Paramore, Katy Perry, Janelle Monáe, Panic at the Disco, to name a few. During this time, No Doubt sued the video game Band Hero on the grounds of the game not matching their image. They didn't like the portrayal that the game presented them with. Long story short, about a week before the trial, both parties reached a settlement. But it'll be another 3 years until that album will come out, and that was titled Push and Shove, released in September 2012. But in 2014, the band would once again enter hiatus. In February 2014, she gave birth to her third son named Apollo. In order for some stability, she was added on the NBC competition show known as The Voice. She would do various seasons onward, but her relationship with Gavin Rossdale would come to an end. She filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. It was finalized the next year, with both parents sharing custody of their 3 sons. After this, she got acquainted with her Voice co-star and country singer Blake Shelton, who was also going through a divorce. Their relationship was showcased on Blake Shelton's album, If I'm Honest, on the song Go Ahead and Break My Heart. In 2016, Gwen released her third solo album, This Is What the Truth Feels Like. The album delved into themes of her breakup with Gavin and her newfound love with Blake. The album became her first to go #1 on the Billboard 200. To promote, she went on tour with Eve. During this time, she started her own television cartoon show called Cuckoo Harajuku. The show was named after her Harajuku Lovers brand from the Lamb Collective. The show lasted 3 seasons before its cancellation in 2019. In 2018, Gwen got her own Las Vegas residency called Just a Girl, and for every ticket sold, $1 was donated to the organization Cure for Kids. In 2019, she and boyfriend Blake Shelton released the song Nobody But You. The song reached number 18 on the Hot 100 and reached number 1 on the country charts. In 2020, Blake finally popped the question and thanked Gwen for saving his life. The couple finally wed on July 3rd, 2021. In 2023, she got her start on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 2024, rumors about a No Doubt reunion began to surface. The rumors were true, and that same year, the band played at Coachella, their first performance in nearly 10 years. They have since teased that possible new music will be coming, but for now, Gwen Stefani is still going strong, not only in performing, but with Blake Shelton, her lamb I Care, and other side projects. And that concludes the story of Gwen Stefani and No Doubt. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.